Welcome to TzuChi This Week. I'm Dennis Wu. It's good to have you with us. In Sacramento, California of the United States, TzuChi joined remote area medical once again in a 4-day large-scale free clinic. At the TzuChi Dai Educare Center in Malaysia's Kuala Lumpur, students not only study TzuChi humanity, but put their knowledge to practice. And visitors and patients of Hualien TzuChi Hospital in Taiwan are treated to a vegetarian cooking lesson every Wednesday for the month of April. Last weekend, from Friday, April 1st to Monday, April 4th, the U.S. charity organization Remote Area Medical held its annual free clinic in a sports stadium in Sacramento, California. Due to high demand, REM had to limit the maximum number of visitations, but in the end, over 3,500 patients who otherwise could not afford expensive medical treatment benefited from the free clinic. TzuChi's International Medical Association was one of the organizations involved.
I've been here since after 5 p.m. last night. It's the first time I've seen it like this, so I've taken advantage of it.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, 200 patients were already in line. By 4 a.m., 800 numbers had been given out. But everyone waited calmly for the free clinic to begin.
You've had no issues or problems, so I'm glad about that. Everybody appears happy and in a good mood.
Thank you very much.
At 5:30, the remote area medical clinic at the Cal Expo Stadium in Sacramento officially opens. The event is for patients who cannot afford to pay for expensive medical treatment.
For extraction, for getting a tooth out or a filling, roughly about $150 each. If it's complicated, it can up to $500.
Victoria Cole, who joined the queue 2 days ago, says he has not seen the dentist for 4 years.
Okay, turn this way. You feel a little bit there?
A little.
Okay, I'm not going to mess with that one yet.
For a couple of years, actually, I've ignored the problem, and it just comes to the point where I've started to cry sometimes, and it just hurts really bad.
The 4-day annual event attracts a lot of media attention. Apart from doctors who offer their services free of charge, volunteers are here to help patients through the procedures.
I can't believe how fast we've been taken care of, and I can't believe there's someone that actually cares. The dental I can get by with, but I found out yesterday from the doctor that my blood pressure is 3 degrees off of 200.
Without medical insurance, many poorer people in the United States suffer their ailments for years without treatment.
This is a good thing for everybody and don't have medical insurance.
Meanwhile, environmentally conscious doctors carefully recycle paper bed covers. Touching stories emerge over the course of the long weekend. This mother and son have not seen each other for 4 months. Currently in a drug rehabilitation program, 33-year-old Carlos started drinking when he was 13, but is determined to turn his life around.
I'm in this recovery program, and I'm trying to get my life better and be successful and be good, change my life around. I want to thank God for this little program they got here. It's helping me a lot, and I just want to give you thanks.
Connie Russell registered for 2 days in a row for a painless tooth extraction.
I was very surprised at the good service and the professionalism of all the volunteers here. So I would like to volunteer because I think this is a good program.
As patients discover the joys of helping others, Dr. Michael Veal says he was inspired to volunteer by his father.
When I was very small, my father taught me a lesson, and he said that it's never what you do that derives your respect. It's how well you do what you do.
Over 3,500 cases were treated over the 4-day event. Everyone agrees the Sacramento Free Clinic is an unforgettable event for both patients and doctors alike.
Okay, thank you. Staying in California, not far from the affluent Silicon Valley, is the poor agricultural city of Watsonville in Santa Cruz County, where TzuChi has been helping low-income households since 2002. Recently, the local TzuChi chapter received the Outstanding Service Award issued by the California Park and Recreation Society, District 6.
The California Park and Recreation Society District 6 gives the TzuChi Foundation its Outstanding Service Award. On behalf of the NGO, volunteer Liu Wei-chen talks about TzuChi's global scope.
South Africa volunteer, they are providing food to 5,000 AIDS children daily.
TzuChi was nominated by the city of Watsonville for its assistance to low-income families in the area, such as offering scholarships to disadvantaged students. The NGO's good work strikes a chord with the organizer and the participants.
Everyone has knowledge. However, putting it into practice is a whole different game. In the Malaysian capital of Kuala Lumpur, the Dai Educare Center is helping its pupils learn by letting them put into practice the Jing Si Aphorisms they have studied. In Malaysia, pupils of Kuala Lumpur's TzuChi Dai Educare Center are visiting the home of TzuChi care recipient Chen Wenjun, where they eagerly help with house cleaning. Though the children are young and inexperienced, their determination helps see them through their task.
你刚才帮婆婆做了什么家务？做了那个窗口，我抹很久。为什么要抹很久？因为我要抹得太干净。
Mission accomplished, the children then bring out a birthday cake for Sister Wenjun with a personalized card.
A Jing Si aphorism that we teach our students goes, do good deeds and make good wishes each and every day. We want the children to put this into practice, to cherish their blessings, and to experience the joy of selfless giving.
Next, the group visits TzuChi care recipient Hong Zu Wen. Together they make vegetarian sushi, as children try to persuade him to join them in practicing daily good deeds. Life is impermanent and therefore we should seize every moment to do good deeds. These young children have set a perfect example for us all. Dai Technology is a company that uses recycled PET bottles as the raw material for fashionable clothing. In an effort to combine art with the concept of sustainability, the environmentally savvy company's latest line of T-shirts is printed with a painting by New York singer and artist Scott Prairie.
Swaying to the rhythm of the music as he sings, founder of the band A Moving Sound, Scott Prairie from New York, is also a painter. As a show of support for TzuChi's commitment to the environment, Prairie's painting adorns Dai Technology's latest line of eco-friendly T-shirts.
I have a strong belief in creativity, the power of creativity, and I feel creativity can flow through TzuChi, through the power of spirit, through art, and through nature.
A horse flying in the open sky, Prairie's painting says a lot about the creator's love for freedom and nature. Such artistic pursuits appeal to Dai Technology, giving the company the idea to combine art with its green apparel.
City dwellers seldom have the luxury of enjoying a clear blue sky and crisp, clean air. We hope that by using Prairie's art, we can draw attention to how important the blue sky is to every single one of us.
The combination of art and green fashion is a statement about the beauty of nature, something that more and more people will hopefully come to appreciate and protect.
The next venture for Taiwan-based Dai Technology is to take its ideas to China's Sichuan province, where a new factory is being built in Sifang to provide jobs for local people still recovering from the 2008 quake. The factory building site is already becoming a breeding ground for TzuChi culture.
What looks like an ordinary factory currently under construction will be an important part of the recovery effort here in Sichuan, China. The factory will provide jobs for local people who would otherwise have to leave their families and children behind to find work outside the area. Since work started on the TIMA technology factory, Taiwanese TzuChi volunteers have been treating builders like family. At the meeting, everyone feels grateful and emotional. A cup of ginger tea and a slice of cake warm up the workers. But did you notice that all the cups in the builders' hands are reusable? Working on TIMA Technology's new Sichuan factory, the builders are already getting used to eco-friendly ways. Jing Si Aphorisms are also becoming a part of worksite culture.
When people interact with each other, they should understand and accept each other.
The environmental concept is pretty modern, and compared to other construction sites, you look after every worker. I feel very happy.
Since the earthquake nearly 3 years ago, TzuChi's work in Sichuan has gone from safety and security of the survivors to giving people a stable way of life. Local residents say they hope the new factory will be completed soon.
Staying in China, where TzuChi's ideals and humanity are gaining popularity. At TzuChi's soon-to-be-finished grounds in Suzhou, volunteers gather to help lay the facility's brick walkway. The bricks used are locally produced and made from recycled materials.
Wearing rain gear and precariously standing on bricks in the wind and rain, volunteers concentrate on passing one brick after another to the person next to them. Despite the conditions, no one is complaining. Instead, every face carries a smile. These apprentice volunteers and Faith Corps members have in fact just finished a 2-day training course and have decided to take this opportunity to lend a helping hand for the construction of TzuChi's grounds in Suzhou. They have seen the work done on TIMA TV and now finally have a chance to do it themselves.
The more I do, the happier I am. I really feel blessed to be able to carry these bricks.
Although it is undoubtedly an exhausting job, no one says they are tired.
Because our hearts are not tired, we don't feel tired.
1 week later, the weather has changed for the better and it is the perfect time to start laying the bricks. TzuChi volunteers and some local residents have come together for the task. 2 local entrepreneurs lead the group and enjoy being outside of their office.
It's rare to have such an opportunity. When else will we have a chance to give so much?
Every brick used here was manufactured using the scrap material of a local electronics company.
After about half a year of experimentation, we finally found a way to take the quartz sand out of the epoxy waste. Adding concrete to this quartz, we were able to make the bricks.
As the first brick rolls off the production line after 6 months of work, the owner of the factory volunteering to make them says he's very happy.
Money can always be earned, but if you miss a chance to do something good for the planet, that chance is gone. Later, when I bring my children here and they walk on these bricks, I will feel proud because I produced them.
Each of these bricks contains the love of TzuChi. Putting together, they create a path of love on which many bodhisattvas of the future will tread.
On April 1st, the TzuChi Australia chapter and the city of Sydney jointly held an eco-seminar. inviting local officials and the Chinese community to learn more about maintaining the status quo of our natural environment and what people can do to help lessen the strain on Earth.
More than 300 people, including Sydney officials and local business people, have come together to celebrate environmentalism.
The Australian government is a strong advocate of recycling and conservation, but the local Chinese community hasn't been as keen. We hope to spread more awareness among the Chinese and entrepreneurs.
Before the evening commences, participants said their blessings to Japan.
While we offer 1 minute silence to the victims and the survivors of the recent Japanese earthquake and tsunami.
Guest speaker Dr. Colin Butler from Australian National University explains the effects of global warming using an example from Papua New Guinea, where a highland tribe had to relocate further up the mountain to avoid mosquitoes that have appeared and bred with the rise in temperature.
More frequently around the world.
A green fashion show marks the climax of the evening, where models sashay down the runway wearing eco-friendly clothing.
I think TzuChi is one of my favorite Buddhist organizations because they actually try to be of benefit, not just in theory but in practice.
Only by combining the efforts of the public and private sectors can sustainability become an achievable goal.
TzuChi actively promotes a switch to a vegetarian diet, not only for the sake of better health and to eliminate animal cruelty, but most importantly, to help reduce our carbon footprint. However, most people simply don't know much about meatless food, and much less about how to go about preparing a vegetarian meal. No worries. At the Hualien TzuChi Hospital, renowned chefs are holding vegetarian cooking lessons every Wednesday afternoon for the month of April. In Hualien, Taiwan, a master chef of vegetarian cuisine with some 20 years of experience is holding a cooking lesson inside Hualien TzuChi Hospital. Today's lesson is pickled daikon and carrot.
It's crisp and freshening. This is a wonderful summer dish because when the temperature is hot, you don't have an appetite, but this invigorating taste will work up your craving.
The recipe for TzuChi's famous master's rice is also shown. Sliced old ginger and sesame oil stir-fried at a hot temperature, with rice later mixed in, and voila, a nutritious meal is at hand.
We can make up for the lack of fatty acid in the white rice by adding sesame oil. Most importantly, by going vegetarian, we reduce our carbon footprint. As long as we can keep a balanced diet, we can still get our daily dose of nutrients.
The cooking class is held on every Wednesday afternoon for the month of April. Renowned chefs will be present to share their personal favorite vegetarian recipes, to entice more people to eat green for the sake of our planet.
On this day, the 9th of April, the deadliest war in the United States history, the American Civil War, ended on this day in 1865, when the Confederate commander Robert E. Lee surrendered to the Union Army, ending slavery in the South. The war resulted in the deaths of 620,000 soldiers on both sides. To solve the water shortage problem in Taiwan, on this day in 1952, the Taiwanese government set up a rain-making research institute under the Air Force Weather Team. After taking the research costs into consideration, the program was later handed over to the Water Resources Agency. Abnormal green-colored farm-bred oysters in Kaohsiung's Jiading Township were discovered in January of 1986. An excessive amount of copper was found inside them. It was confirmed that wastewater from an abandoned metal factory in the Ren Creek polluted the shellfish. On this day of the same year, the government ordered all the oysters to be destroyed. Losses were 80 million NT dollars. Led by Master Xingyun from Fo-Guangshan Monastery, tens of thousands of Buddhist disciples gathered in Taoyuan International Airport to welcome the arrival of the Buddha's relic tooth. Buddhist-based organizations from all over Taiwan, including TzuChi volunteers, participated in the blessing ceremony, praying together for a peaceful society.
TIMA members from the U.S. state of New Jersey recently held a free clinic in the Dominican Republic. They also put on the first screening of the Dai animation, The Great Buddhist Monk Jing Si. The movie was shown with Spanish subtitles to help the audience better understand the inspiring story. A day before the performance, several hours before the performance. In the Dominican Republic, TzuChi volunteers practice to deliver a perfect act. All this work is for the first screening of The Great Buddhist Monk Jing Si.
To achieve one's goal, one simply needs to try and try and try. Through hosting this event, I've learned a lot, and watching such a meaningful film has really been inspirational.
To help more people in the Dominican Republic learn more about Buddhism, the film is played with Spanish subtitles. Footage of the opening ceremony in New Jersey is also included. Planting the wisdom of the Dharma in people's heart through the screening, the evening concludes with a prayer for the disaster victims in Japan. Last July, when TzuChi volunteers arrived in the mountainous city of Dazhou in China's Sichuan province for flood relief, they discovered many children left behind by their parents working in the cities. TzuChi decided to take these children in under its wing, providing them with scholarships and family-like love through regular visits.
In the mountainous city of Sichuan's Dazhou, children left behind by their parents working in the cities are moved by Master Zhen Yan's words. For now they know there are others worse off than them. TzuChi volunteers also provide the children with scholarships. Perhaps due to the hardship they face, these children hardly smile. They only warm up a little bit after the volunteers perform some Sang language songs. For the 10-year-old Ying Long, this is the first birthday party of her life.
因为和你们一起过生日，希望长大后成为慈济人。
The volunteers also help give one of the students, Sasa, a shower. The girl born mentally handicapped has been on her own after her mother passed away long ago. Though Sasa cannot express herself verbally, her year-to-year smile shows her gratitude for the volunteers' kindness.
At the end of today's program, we take you to the TzuChi Humanities Center right here in Guandu, Taiwan, where some 200 staff participated in a 2-day training seminar that started on Friday. Thank you for watching TzuChi This Week. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.